Dude, week 11 of the 2023 season.
Best show
ever.
Come on, buddy.
Dude! Oh my gosh. We're back.
What is going on?
We're back. What is going on? What is going on now?
Redemption week.
This is redemption week because, okay, well, let's just start it out. You got Carl. You've got Doug.
Hey,
some Knuckles. You've got Fire and Brimm Sports.
Fire and Brimm.
Absolutely.
Week 11.
Absolutely.
Our beautiful
This
board.
is the board. Okay, so now.
It's your first time here. This is the board.
This is the board, the Pigs board right here. So, Carl and I have been texting about the algorithm.
The algorithm.
Listen.
Here's the thing with the algorithm. I didn't make that many changes to it
No.
this week.
No.
Because I don't have that many 5 and 9 weeks.
No, you don't.
I don't have that many.
You don't have that many at all.
So we took some lumps this week, but that just means we're going to come back. We're not going to overreact. We're not going to have overreaction Monday. We learned some things, but the best part about, even in your losses, you learn.
Yeah,
all right? So that's what we're going to do. So we're not going to keep taking the lumps. But the best thing about week 11,
Yeah, that's right.
Here we've got all this now after
this
10
data.
weeks. This is the official week that now, guys, now we know everything. Now we know everything.
There you go. Right
and
there.
we are ready to rock.
This is it right here.
Not everybody took lumps, though. Not everybody took lumps.
There were some winners.
Yes.
So, real quick, I got to tell you about Mike, Miami Dull Puns.
Okay.
So, I'm talking to him, and he goes, I got an algorithm. I go, let me see the algorithm. So he shows me the algorithm. He has got this Excel spreadsheet with like 30 columns of data.
He's hit some three-teamers this year, man.
He's hit a bunch of three-teamers. And he's got the grades for like offensive lines. He's got all the defensive stats. He's got all the offensive stats. And then he actually compiles it where at the end, it gives him a prediction like points.
Right.
And so it's the darndest thing. It's so cool.
He's hitting them. And then we watch one game and the highlights and think we know everything.
No. He's got all this data. I got to show it to you sometime. It is really, really cool.
Why isn't he up there on the overall list?
I know.
Where's he on the overall? Because I don't want to hear about the algorithm.
He is about you. He's about right you. He is matching your algorithm, is what we're saying. All right.
He's killing it. So, I know he's hit some three-teamers. So that's
he has, I would say, half of the three-team parlays.
He's been hitting them.
This year.
Yep. Look him up. This guy's been hitting them. I'll just say again, that's the best part about, if you watch our show and you subscribe to our show and you watch the silliness that we put on for 30 minutes every week, it's the comments, it's the community, everybody out there that's putting out picks. We've got high-quality picks out there, high-quality analysis.
Yes. There's a lot of
good stuff. People
really get into this. I mean, this is fun to hear what they're saying. Absolutely. Okay, let's cover recap last week. All right, like you said, you do not have many of these weeks.
Look them up. There's not many. I took some thumps.
I got back to 500. I've been bouncing around 86. I'll take it every day. Christine Lisi from ESPN.
She did. She beat us both.
9 and 5.
That doesn't happen with a guest picker. Guest picker. Thanks for joining us, Christine, and for showing up.
Absolutely. Okay, Kool-Aid pick. My Raiders. Yes, they did it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these Kool-Aid picks.
5 and 5.
I've won 1 week.
I was not a big fan of that one.
No, you were. But every time you're not a fan, that's usually good.
New England one.
That's usually good. That's usually good.
The New England one. In fact, I believe I called that your worst one ever.
Yeah, actually, it was the worst one ever. That was really bad. Okay, so week 10 records. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Wyatt Martin, 14 games last week, went 13 and 1. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you can't get much better than that.
So he sent me a note over on YouTube. He goes, do I get on the board?
There he is.
It's all gone right. You're on the board.
Wyatt, thanks for joining us. He is on the board. Guest picker. Let's go.
Absolutely. So, and then a bunch of other great ones, too. Colorado sports fan. He's always up there. Miguel, there's B. Clowers, 80. He's been up there a lot. And then overall, All Out Broncos is still on top of the chart. You're on the first page. You're on the first page.
I've been slipping.
You are.
Yeah, I have two games wrong that I listen. So here's the thing. I'm not hedging a bet here. I go by what the picks I make on the board. They're on the show, and I don't change them before Sunday.
Yep.
So 2 times I have my pick on the board I had entered wrong in the app.
Yeah.
So I have You know, I would have gone in the other way too. If I had entered it wrong and got the win, I would have took the loss.
Yeah.
I go by whatever I take on the show.
Well, I did that once too.
Yeah, my record is 79 to 71. I got two games where I entered incorrectly, but you can verify it by watching the show.
And I do the same thing. I missed up one. I'm actually better on the app than I am in reality, and I show that all the time. All right, 3-team parlay. Guess what? The Bengals tripped you up. Nobody else got the 3-team parlay.
I'm back to 2 out of 3 though.
Yeah. Nobody else got the 3-team parlay. The Bengals, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Ravens. Those are the teams that tripped up just about everybody. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form.
Spread.
I don't remember one time that nobody got the 3-team parlay.
I went with the Northwest Ohio. I went the Ohio love there. Ohio, Cincinnati, and Detroit. Like
Cincinnati. Oh, come on, Cincinnati. Are you kidding me?
Well,
oh my gosh.
I mean, Houston's playing well.
So Survivor. There were 5 people going into Week 10 that were alive.
How many we got now?
We got 3.
3 out of 52.
We got 3 out of 52.
All right, tell us who you are. We got to know the final 3.
We got to find out.
Put your comment out there. We need to know who the final 3 are.
And the 2 people that were out last week, guess what? The Bengals tripped them up too. I mean, it's so yeah, 3
That's a tough
people.
Survivor. Houston's been on fire. That was a brave, bold pick on Survivor, but they're probably running out of selections too.
Absolutely.
So half the teams are used up.
So no, great. Like Carl said, let us know who you guys are.
Yeah, we know who the final 3 are.
Yeah,
so we can mention them next week.
Absolutely, we got to do that. Okay, so usually we've been doing the top 5. Last week we did Contender versus Pretender. Let's go back to that board.
Let's do it.
Let's go back to that board.
Let's see what changed.
And let's see what changes.
Let's talk about where Carl was right. And that would be Buffalo. So we can go ahead. We can move Buffalo a little bit more now.
Yeah, there you go.
I think the Chargers stay the same. The Browns probably stay the same with the loss of Watson.
What do we do with the Bengals?
We just knock them back a half a notch.
Okay, we'll move them back
right
a little bit there.
Yeah, because that's going to swip back around this week, I think.
What about the Lions? Do
we can move Dallas more. We can move the Lions and San Francisco.
Just move them all. Let's just move them all that way.
You know what's crazy is that's it. These are the only people in contention for the Super Bowl in the NFC. Is that crazy? Who else in the NFC, besides those 4 teams, is there another team that is a legitimate threat for the Super Bowl? I mean, an honest threat to win the NFC.
You're right. You're right. This is it right here. I don't know if there are any other teams right there. I mean, okay,
we've got a Seahawks fan then.
We got a Seahawks fan. All right, show some love. Move it over a little bit there.
We're going to go right there, even with the performance against Baltimore.
What Carl's saying, what we're doing on the board, if they're way over here on the left, that means that very high probability of making the Super Bowl.
Listen,
these ones a probability of getting like to the playoffs. The Saints.
So we do have to have some NFC teams in the playoffs.
We need to have some NFC teams. It's okay. It's all right. We'll just see.
Who else in the NFC is going to make the playoffs?
Let's see.
Tampa or Atlanta.
Tampa or Atlanta.
Yeah.
What about the Texans? We kind of put the Texans.
I put them no more than here as far as you're talking about. Yeah.
Now the Texans.
They can win that division.
That's right.
We need to move Jacksonville.
They need to move Jacksonville back over. I agree with that.
I know they may be.
That's right. You've been wanting to do that.
Yeah.
So, no, the Texans, of their final 8 games, 4 of them are in the division. So they can win that division. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, with the way that C.J. Stroud is playing, oh my gosh. Rookies are not supposed to play that kind of football.
He's playing really well. Let's talk about, if we want to. You're right. They're not.
Yeah,
you know what C.J. Stroud's not doing?
What's that?
He's not blaming it on his coach. He's not blaming it on not having a running game. He's not blaming it on the offensive coordinator play calling. He's not talking about someone else is ruining his career. He needs someone else. It's nobody else's fault. The fact is he's playing well. Yeah. So when Josh Allen, we don't have a running game. Oh, it's the head coach.
Which I say all the time.
Bullshit.
I know.
Because Josh Allen is just not that good.
Yeah.
Those throws that he's making, there's about 3 other times he should have had a pick trying to make that throw to the sideline. He's making bad decisions. He can run. He's a beast. The guy's in the NFL, okay? Yeah. He's an incredible athlete, but he is not, I don't put him in the top half right now. He's not playing well. And don't you see James Cook? That guy, Buffalo has a running game. They can run the ball.
You said that. We're watching the game the other day, and we're getting text messages going back and forth. Carl says they got a running game. They actually have a running game.
Yeah, it's not anybody's fault. It's Josh Allen's fault.
Yeah.
You're making those decisions.
And you make a great comparison, a great comp with C.J. Stroud.
So, who's he?
He is making the plays.
Could you be Justin Fields? Oh, Justin Fields. Oh, it's the head coach. Oh, it's the offensive coordinator. Oh, they're not playing to his strengths. Bullshit.
You make a great point. You make an absolute great point.
Like, just play. Just play.
Yes.
And that's what Stroud's doing is he's just playing.
Yeah.
And kudos to Stroud. He's Ohio State boy. I didn't love him at Ohio State.
All right. let us know what you think about the board.
Same
you know,
thing. Brimm did the same
yeah.
thing in Cincinnati. He didn't go into Cincinnati like they weren't a winning team when he got there.
No,
You know,
no.
I mean, who you blaming it on? Jared Goff comes to Detroit. Who's he blaming it on?
I don't hear anything.
No.
Anybody blaming, or
Right?
he's not blaming anybody.
No, well, that's what I mean. Like, he's just playing
yeah.
well, right? Like, who?
Yeah.
It's the only people that have excuses are the people that aren't getting the job done.
Exactly.
And then they want to have excuses instead of for themselves.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. So great point. He's making some great points tonight. Okay,
That's it.
let's get to the board.
So,
what do you
all
say?
right, let's
Week
do that.
11. All right. Brown bag. Let me guess who your brown bag might be. You want to continue on that train of thought?
Listen, I'm gonna go with Buffalo. All right, and like everybody's calling, no, now you're starting to call for the head coach because Josh Allen isn't playing well. Guess what, Josh Allen? You need to just own it. You need to just own the fact that you are not playing well.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have the pieces around you. You've got Stephon Diggs. You've got James Cook in the backfield. The one fumble was Allen dropping the ball.
It was him dropping the ball. Yeah.
You've got to play better. Put the Browns. This should just be Josh Allen. I feel bad for the Bills right now because honestly, I believe this is on Josh Allen. Because then, then he'll come out of nowhere and just fire a dart. Like, wow, how did he make that throw? Right. So you just got to make better decisions.
Absolutely.
Are you good or you're not?
Okay.
So that's enough, Josh Allen.
To learn from that. Okay, I'm picking the Jaguars. Okay.
Yeah,
I like the Jaguars.
You like them too much.
I like the Jaguars.
Much too much, and they belong right there.
They got walloped by the 49ers. Just okay is not okay. That's exactly it right there.
And that's what they.
Just okay is not okay. You cannot, if you're going to want to win, those things cannot happen. There are good losses, but that wasn't even a good loss. That was a horrible loss. That was horrible. Okay, let's get to the games.
Back up that they are still in this thing.
Let's get to the weeks. Okay, week leaderboard, Atlanta, Indianapolis, New England, the Saints are all on a bye.
We're missing great football. It's too bad. It's too bad. Gosh, all those teams. They're just, we have so much mediocrity right now. Just a sea of okay football sometimes.
Okay, well, let's not do some okay picks. We're going to have some stellar picks here, okay?
All I can tell you is I don't go 5-9 very often, so...
He's on edge. He is mad. No, I can tell you,
the algorithm, I stuck with it, I trust it, and we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
All right, start out Thursday night. Mm-hmm. For a change, we have a nice Thursday night game, right? Okay, the Bengals take on the Ravens. Ravens by 3.5. It's obviously in Baltimore.
So Lamar did it again. Somehow found a way to lose a game.
He did.
Right? He did. Just okay. Look.
But what about Burrow and the Bengals though?
Huh? Well,
they dropped a turd too.
Okay. Baltimore dropped the turd. They dropped the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. The Bengals ran into this C.J. Stroud storm. Okay. Right. So Houston played above their level. Cleveland did not play up to beat.
Cleveland did everything they could to lose that game. They did everything they could.
Listen, I'm just going to go with this. Burrow's going to bounce back. This is right here. This is going to set the tone. I still think the Bengals win this division, especially with Watson out. Cleveland's no longer a threat to me. Cincinnati.
I'm going to go to the Ravens just because I think they're going to. Obviously, one of the two teams are going to snap back. Okay, it's not. It's a favorite. Wyatt, who you can't go wrong with Wyatt. 13-1 last week. Okay, he's going with the Bengals. All right, the Bears. Looks like Justin Fields will be starting. Take out the Lions. Nice win. I mean, they go on the road.
They did. That's a big win.
Out west. Lions by 9.5 though. That's a lot. I'm just going to say right now. I like the Lions to win.
I like the Lions to cover. Here's the thing: the Lions are taking care. We can't underestimate the fact that the Bears are not a good team, and I think the Lions they're not a team that's going to let up. They're not going to take their foot off the gas.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I
think they get a double-digit win here.
Yeah. I thought about this, but no, I did 9.5. I think Justin Fields keeps a little bit closer. He keeps it to that 9.5. Yeah,
coming back after not playing for several weeks is
usually
a good sign that somebody's going to play well when they haven't been playing.
He could be really bad. That's right. Okay. My Raiders, that's right, Raider Nation, man.
Oh, I'm boy. Telling you Look out for the Kool-Aid pick.
Look out for the Kool-Aid pick. No, it's not the Kool-Aid pick. I'm excited. Okay, for a change, the Raiders, I'm excited about the Raiders, right?
Go to that. We always talk, I don't know. I got something to talk about when we get to head coaches next week. But.
So, take on the Dolphins. Dolphins by 11.5. They're coming off a bye. Their last game, they lost against the Chiefs. They looked pretty benign against the Chiefs. I think they explode this one. I mean, I want to pick my Raiders. I can't. I got to go with the Bengals. with the Dolphins just because the Raiders are, with AOC, they are not a come-from-behind team.
No, but what they have right now is they don't want to. They're not an easy out right now. The Dolphins could get this win, but they are going to fight tooth and nail to this game, and they're going to be in it.
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean, I disagree with anything you're saying, and Wyatt Martin's going with you too, but no, I just see the Raiders, they don't have a come from behind.
It's tough when you pick against your team, isn't it?
It is tough. I'm going to be realistic here.
Yeah.
I got to be realistic. That's it. Okay. The Titans take on the Jaguars. Once again, Jaguars, they need to win this one. I mean, they need to bounce back.
Yeah.
Jaguars by 6.5.
Yeah. Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Be in this game.
I'm going with the Jaguars. So, and Wyatt is too. This is already a pretty. Well, you and Wyatt are neck and neck. You guys are going.
I hope I'm rising to Wyatt's level because the algorithm's due to bounce back. So the algorithm's due to bounce back. It does not fail on multiple weeks.
All right, the Cardinals. Got Kyler Murray. He played pretty good last week. Good return. Take on, here's CJ. Texans by 5.5. I want to see what you say about this.
This is where the water kind of finds its level a little bit. Houston's coming off of a big win, and it's going to be tough to carry that emotion. This is going to be a battle. It's going to be a football game. Kyler does have, Arizona had some pieces playing well prior. I mean, they were blowing some big leads, but I'm going to go with them.
All right.
I'm going to go with them.
Wyatt going with the Texans. I'm going to follow suit with you on the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's tough to have that emotional of a performance back-to-back weeks.
And as you said, they've done it a couple weeks. They've done it a couple weeks now. Okay, Cowboys. You knew they were going to snap back. They snapped back nicely. Take on the Panthers. Cowboys by 10.5. The Cowboys, when they are on a roll, I mean, they want to score points. And so I'm just going to go with the Cowboys in this one.
Dallas's defense is so good. I don't know how Carolina and the Bryce Young are going to score, but they're going to find a way. So again, Dallas is coming off. I would challenge anyone to show me where multiple weeks somebody dominated in that fashion.
Yeah.
You should come back to level a little bit. They own the Giants. That's why they're pummeling the Giants. Carolina is not a good football team, but I wouldn't be surprised they give them a little scare, just a little jolt, and then Dallas finishes them off.
They're going to finish them off.
Yeah, maybe a garbage score at the end or something, 27-17.
I hate those garbage scores.
It's 27-10. Dallas is just rolling, and then Carolina punches one in 10-point game.
You always say it's not until like the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just forget about it until the last 3 minutes, and then take a look at it because your heart's going to get ripped out, which happens all the time. Okay, the Giants. Danny DeVito, whatever, he's playing again. Yeah. You gotta say something about Washington. I like what they're building there. I think they're building a team.
They're still not good, and they're not good enough to cover 10.5 points.
You don't think they're good enough to cover 10.5?
The Giants are coming off of getting blown out. Again, these are grown men don't take that very well. These guys are going to come back and fight. Again, it's going to be a similar situation. The Giants could get that garbage score at the end, too.
Yeah, Wyatt's going with the Giants. Oh, I shouldn't do this. I'm going with Washington. I'm going to go with Washington.
You know what you should do, Doug?
What's that?
Is just take every double-digit favorite on the board because you'll probably win all of them.
There's a good possibility of that, right? Okay, Steelers take on the Browns. That was devastating news about Watson. That sucks. It just flat out sucks.
Pittsburgh's finding ways to win. This is in Cleveland, and Cleveland still has that defense, and they've won with that defense before, and they still have a running game. They've got the core. They've got the players in place, and they're going to find a way to get that done and win and cover. I don't like this. I hate this line. It is down to one, but I'm gonna
remember
go with
that line was posted before. They come out Tuesday before we found out.
Yeah, so now it's down to one, but we're going with the ESPN line, and I still say Cleveland finds a way to get it done. Wins by 4.
I'm going to follow suit on that one. They still run the ball, and they get a stellar defense, and
they're the favorite.
Is Mike Tomlin should be in the Coach of the Year award again?
I mean, because Pickett's not very good.
6-3.
This is going to be the reason Cleveland covers this game. Is Pickett is going to have a couple picks.
He's going to have a couple picks. That's right. So Wyatt is going with the Steelers, and I'm going to go with you on the Browns. I'm going to follow suit with you on the Browns. I like that one. Okay, Chargers coming off that lot of points. They scored a lot of points against the Lions, right? Taking on the Packers. The Packers are, well,
Not very good.
Not very good.
No.
Chargers by 2.5, so that means the
I'll
Packers
take
are
the
home
Chargers
dogs.
going there and win
You're going
that
to take
game.
the Chargers?
Yeah, they've got enough. They're not going to lose that game.
Let's see. Wyatt is taking
This
the
is
Chargers.
one, though, where I'm like, how? But here it
What's
goes.
that?
This is one where I'm like, how is the Chargers only 2.5 point favorite? But
And I tell you what, you know what? That's we don't normally ever come together on the Kool-Aid pick, and this is scary because we're coming together on the Kool-Aid pick. But I am going with the Chargers on the Kool-Aid pick.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
No, I think that they continue the scoring that they did last week, and the Packers can't keep up. They just are not going to be able to keep up with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. The Kool-Aid pick is the Chargers. All right, Buccaneers. Buccaneers, they're scrappy. I got to give
Baker Mayfield, man.
Baker Mayfield. They're
Baker
scrappy.
Mayfield
They're
effect.
scrappy,
He's dangerous.
aren't they?
He's dangerous. You never know what he's going to do.
Boy, did they snap back. They
did.
snapped back
They
against
did.
Jacksonville last week. 49ers
I
by
think they'll
10 and a
snap
half.
back again. Tampa Bay still has a good. Yeah, we're going to be in that game.
Do you?
I have no question.
Oh my goodness, this is a tough one. Okay, it is back home. You know what? I'm going my gut. My gut says go 49ers because they are going to continue.
So
that
sometimes
roll.
I just want to ask, because we get to ask this question a lot.
Yeah.
And so I just want to know your take on it.
Yeah.
Is you do know that we're picking against the spread, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to be sure that, because it can be confusing on what we're doing sometimes, and I just want to make sure you know that
Yes.
your analysis. I think San Francisco. Yeah, that's why they're 10.5 point favorites. But anyway, all right, I digress.
All right, that's legitimate.
All right.
All right, the Jets. The Jets. What do we do with the Jets? Take on the Bills. The Bills they're in a cage, man. They're not roaming or anything. Bills by 6.5.
Josh Allen against that deep. How many picks is he going to throw this game?
That's the whole thing. But
I'll
look
tell you
at
what.
you got Zach Wilson. They're sticking with Zach Wilson
I'm
too.
going to go with Buffalo score.
You're going to go
Listen,
Buffalo?
they figured something out on that last drive. They finally cooked like 7 times in a row. Got going. Josh Allen's going to bounce back.
Okay, Wyatt is going with the Jets. I'm going to follow suit with you.
I'm having a hard time.
You know what?
Getting at you about all these favorites. I really am. I'm struggling. I am really struggling here. One?
Yeah. Keep going. I did. I picked a dog somewhere in there.
Two dogs. Okay. I mean, listen, all the favorites usually cover. All the favorites usually cover at like a 90% clip. So you're really in a good spot right here.
Okay. All right. This guy's all over me today.
It's
Absolutely all over me.
I don't understand. Like, you've got to look. You have to sit down and be like, okay, I know not every favorite is going to cover. All right, so they all look good, but where am I wrong? Where could you've got, where's your algorithm, man? Are you sometimes I think,
right here.
I know, you're just down in the basement like, boom.
No, not quite.
Do you have the cat, bouncing balls down the steps in whatever basket it falls in? Going with 49.
Does it work?
Actually,
Does it work?
You're not doing that. You're not even doing that. Because you probably have a better chance because all you're doing is never mind. I'm just supposed to be picking the favorites.
Keep going. All right.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just shoom.
See,
I went 5 and 8. I can't. What am I talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm only 6 games over 500 on the season.
Oh, you're more than that. You're 8. You're 8 games over 500. Okay. Seahawks taking the Rams. You got Matt Stafford back. Seahawks by 2.5. You know what? I'm just going to come out here.
I'm going to buy some Seahawks stock here.
You're going to buy Seahawks stock?
They're going to bounce back and get a win. They need a win. They're going to get it because they're a threat in that division.
No, it's Stafford. They're coming off a bye. He's healthy. He's got his thumb fixed. They're gonna win. I took a dog.
Good
Do
job.
I not get some credit now for taking a dog?
And a home dog too, which is usually a good pick in the NFL. I mean, that's good logic. Home dogs are usually that's a good pick.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Vikings. What do you want to say about the Vikings? They
on fire, right?
They are
they're like a whole new team. Josh Dobbs, right?
Oh my gosh!
They're probably going to go up. How are they dogs to Denver? Right?
I know.
They're probably going to go up there and roll them. Yeah.
Take on the Broncos. Broncos by 2.5. Broncos are starting to play some football. They're starting to play some football here. I like this because Wyatt is going with the Vikings. I can't go with the Vikings. I mean, Josh
I don't know
Dobbs
if
is a
you've
great
ever
story.
picked the Vikings even one time.
I know, I can't.
I don't think you ever have.
No, I have, because when I have, it's usually like a Kool-Aid pick, something like that, and then, it gets snuffed out at me, that sort of thing. Goes rancid. I don't like that. All right, what a way to finish it. Super Bowl rematch, right?
We got to start. Look at the start and the finish. This is how the NFL should be every week with bookend. Well, you can't predict who's going to be great, but I mean, just those are two obvious bookends.
I agree. Eagles. Okay, Jalen Hurts does have a hurt knee. He's got a hurt wheel there, so it's going to stop his running. Take on the Chiefs. Okay, it's an Arrowhead, all that. Chiefs by 2.5. So basically, it's a pick-em game. That 2.5 points is the fact that they're playing at Arrowhead. So I want to hear your prognostication on this.
Here's my prognostication. I have banged on Baltimore and Lamar all season. Then I finally take Baltimore. No, I didn't. I took Cleveland. I did take Cleveland.
Yeah, you did.
I bang on Lamar, and they go out and blow people out. I bang on Hurts, and they go and blow people out. And I got Dallas winning that division still. I'm going with Kansas City.
You're going to go Kansas City?
Okay. The algorithm says Kansas City. I'm not overthinking it. Listen, Chiefs at home. The Eagles aren't going 15-2. Chiefs win.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Chiefs
I
win.
think, the Chiefs are still the best until somebody knocks them off.
You literally took two. You took.
No, I took 3. I think I took 3. I took 3 dogs. 3 out of 14. That's there's logic here. This could be a great week. Maybe not 13-1, but it's gonna be a great week. Okay, dude. How about this? The 3-team parlay. Go.
I'm gonna start with the Bengals.
Bengals. Like it.
Thursday night. We're gonna start with the Bengals to win.
So we're gonna know right away. Yeah. We're gonna know very quickly.
And we're gonna end it with Kansas City on Monday night.
Kansas City. Okay.
And then in between, we're going with the Seahawks to win that game on the road against the Rams. That's a tricky one.
Bengals, Seahawks, Chiefs.
Yep.
Book it.
Yep.
Book it. Absolutely, dude. Wow. This is this. Boy, you're just
another.
all over me.
Look, they're good picks, right? You're picking the better team. I'm not knocking them, right? It's good stuff. It's good
You're
stuff.
right. This is not straight up.
What we need to happen is,
Yeah.
if you've gotten this far, you're still listening. Sometimes they are because we haven't walked away from the board yet. So this is where we get them. Subscribe to the show. It's a lot of fun. You see a lot of good stuff. You read the comments. The people we got so many. You're the top. You go on the ESPN on the site. You pick. If you're a top picker, we're gonna find a way to get you on the guest picker board because just like Wyatt.
Yep. You can still go out to ESPN. I mean, we're just gonna play this all the way through the end of the season. It's fun. Join it.
Why not?
You can get on the board every week. It's an absolute blast.
Listen, we got people out there putting 3-team parlays out there that are winning every week.
Winners.
Every week.
Winners. I tell you what, it's fun. It's fun to see the 3-team parlays too. I really like it when everybody sends their contributions on that. So yeah, like Carlos said, subscribe to the show, like the show, share the show with people. We'll get this out on the Week 11 show here. We'll get it on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and do a little TikTok that we do and all that sort of stuff.
Bouncing back, man. That algorithm it fails me again. It's not going to fail me again. That's what I'm saying. We're good. We got this.
I'll try to get that algorithm that Mike puts together. At least I have to show it to you what it looks like.
Expose his.
I'm not going to show.
Algorithm.
I'm just going to show you like a picture. I'm not going to. I'll like gray things out and all that.
He needs to get up the leaderboard because to put a bunch of numbers in a spreadsheet doesn't impress me. He needs to deliver winners.
It's got to be on the board, right? It's got to be on the board. All right, dude. What do you say, everyone?
Let's go. Hey, guys, pick some winners.
You got it. Okay, we will see you. Bye.